All right, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. But today I have a dilemma. I don't know. I think it's when you move closer with God, the devil just keeps coming and coming and coming. I don't know what it is, but like ever since I moved down here, literally every single job that I get, which I am blessed and thankful for, and 90% of them I left on my own, okay? But it's like it'll go so good for like 2, 3 months, and then a bitch tries me. You hear what I'm saying? Every single time. And I know it's not me. I even took a month of self reflection, just looked at how I responded to people, how my attitude is, how I respond to just conversations or people having like small conversations, and like I looked at my anxiety. I looked at, every aspect of my life. I even went a whole month of not talking to coworkers, period, because I was so into growing closer with God and understanding why it is that I've responded to situations poorly. You know what I'm saying? I took the accountability and I looked at self reflection. What is it? Let's get into it. So today we're gonna do a smoky look inspired by my girl Lil Smurf. Okay, honey. Period. But let's get into this story time, like for real, for real. Okay, y'all. To start off the story, so I'm gonna make it short, cause y'all know me. When I get to rambling, I get to rambling, child. So long story short, there was a discrepancy about who was gonna do the dishes, right, at my place of work. Now, let's put the factual things in place. Now, I made breakfast, I made lunch, I prepped the stuff for tomorrow. I did all this, right? She helped basically stir and do one entree, right? I ain't had no problem with it. She was off yesterday. I did everything by myself, and then the boss helped. Cool, no problem, right? All right. So at this establishment where I work, right, I had been, cooking or whatever, and one of the bosses had came up to me, and he's kind of like a playful person. Like I try to be real playful every day because you never know when that day is gonna be your last, right? So I was just having fun, just whatever. We was shooting the shit, so I'm playing with him because we always play. Like I tell him hell no, I ain't doing nothing, whatever, whatever. He get the laugh, we'll be laughing back and forth. So I did the same thing today. So I'm just venting to myself like, damn, why is it that I didn't did all this work today? And you don't want to even start on the dishes. Like you don't even want to say, "Hey, Kayla, I'll bust you out. I'll give you, I gonna do half of them because I got whatever to do." Cool, cool, cool. Because I'm not saying your work ethic ain't worth a damn. Because I'm just not that type of person. But today you was definitely giving. I don't want to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So moving on, she heard me venting to myself, right? I'm not talking to her. I'm not saying anyone specific. I'm not saying she's a problem, whatever, ever. I'm literally talking to myself. I'm not even facing this woman. I'm facing the other direction. Okay. So she says, I'll go ahead and do the dishes. Don't worry about it. Immediately in my head, I turned around and said, what? She said, I'll do the dishes. Don't worry about it. In my head again, I'm like, hold on, she couldn't be talking to me. I said, okay, so why didn't you just say you would do the dishes? But I said, no, I'll go ahead and do them because I already told him I was going to do them. I said, I wasn't talking to you. So she says, every day it seems like something's going on with you. You always got something going on every day. Hold on. Now, for a disclaimer, I know that she's an older lady. She's not like 60. She's probably like in her 50s, late 40s, something like that. I was raised correctly. I promise you. My grandma probably would have choke slammed me if I even said something back to her. I should have kept my mouth closed. Like I said, I take accountability for that. I should have just kept my mouth closed and not even responded to her. I should have just let her have her thing. But I feel like she crossed the line when she said something directly to me. After I said what, she could have just said, I was just talking, whatever, whatever. But the next step, let's see. So I think, like, thinking back, what triggered me the most is like you saying out of your mouth, something's always wrong with me when I don't talk to you. Like, we literally strictly talk about what it is that we're doing. I've kidded around with her because she showed me a picture of some banana pudding. I'm like, hey, I don't got no mama down here. Can you make me a banana pudding? In factuality, I'm never gonna eat anything from anybody else's house. You know what I'm saying? You just shoot the shit, get the day over with. You know what I'm saying? I don't think about you hoes when I go home. You know what I'm saying? I be worried about other stuff like my content, like doing my homework. Whatever, whatever. But the fact that you say, "Oh, it's always something going on with you," where did you get this information? What's going on? When did it ever give that I vent to you or have something going on? But in fact, if I most certainly vented to you and you say that, bitch is giving weird. So now my bitch mode deactivated, which I call uh BPD, which is called BPD. My bitch mode activated, right? So I immediately say, "What you trying to get at? What do you mean? What you trying to get at? What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean something's always going on? Like, tell me what's the issue? Like, what do you mean by that?" So she says, "Oh, just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it." No, tell me what you mean. What you trying to get at? Like, what do you mean? Don't worry about it. So I left it alone. I left it alone. After that, she walks off. A whole hour and a half passed by, baby. She said, "Fuck the dishes." Okay, period. She's gonna do what the fuck she wants to do. She's over there on the other side on the phone. First of all, that's sending off signals in my brain that you can call somebody like you trying to calm down. Cause bitch, you never gave that. You can't bitch me. You know what I'm saying? You can't bitch made me. Like, I hate when motherfucker, like, you can't bully a bitch that grew up with no lights, no water, and had to shit in a crate. You can't bully a bitch like that. You just can't. So I never give the impression that you could bully me. So I didn't say nothing. I kept it cool. I kept it cute. I just went on about my day. So the rest of the day, she just looking crazy, listening to conversations like you're part of the conversation. No, Bookie, Mr. Kevin is letting me know to calm my silly ass down because these white folks don't play up here. And I'm not gonna lose my job, my coin, what keeps my business going, because they could never say that they was paying all these bills. Come on, come on. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I most certainly did cuss because I got aggravated because it felt like you had been wanting to say that. Like, you act like I come in here every day with excuses. I've been working here almost 3 months and I always show up to work. Like, I've missed one singular day, and that's because that fool decided not to update the fucking schedule. Like, I come in there on my days off to look at the schedule on paper. It's supposed to be on the app. But like I said, it's only been with jobs down here. Like, literally, like, I have like a little bitch that just, ugh, she just so disgusted that I don't have to put on a full face of fucking makeup to come to work. Like, I'm just one of the bitches. Face card's gonna always read. It's always gonna give. I just want to know from people that I do not know, was I wrong? You know, because I'm saying I was wrong from a standpoint that I shouldn't have acknowledged what she was saying. I should have just ignored her, which I wholeheartedly wish I would have just ignored her because now there's going to be tension. And I hate when there's tension because I'd rather just go ahead and fight you and get it over with. But I can't do that because she's an older woman. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll have to fight her kids. And then it's just going to be a whole big shebang. And bitch, I'm not spending the money that I've been saving on fucking jail. Not. Okay, but yeah, I had to do another video because I got irritated just real quick. Um, but like, I'm not one of those. I never gave Mean Girl. Like, my life was too hard to be just coming straight off the bam being a mean bitch. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm just not a choose me type of bitch. Like, if I'm cool with a dude at work or I'm cool with a girl at work, that's probably gonna be the only person I talk to, because why the fuck is we gotta talk to everybody, in the fucking building? Like, we can all be friendly and cordial, we can all have a conversation, but what is it that I'm gonna talk to you about? You're older than me. What do we need to be talking about? Because I don't know whether it's she's upset that I don't talk to her or play with her or be cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we wouldn't agree on most things. Cause like for reference and for example, the day before my pop up shop, my anniversary pop up shop, I was like really excited, and I was like, "Hey, do you think I should wear this pink skirt or this black skirt that I got?" She was like, "Oh, wear the pink skirt, and what do you sell?" And I let her know what I sell. I'm like, "Hey, cosmetics." She was like, "Oh, I don't wear that." We can't talk about nothing because I don't really necessarily talk about my kids with people at work. You know what I'm saying? They know I got kids, but I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you stories about what's going on at home because I think that's like, oh, now we're doing too much. Like, this is work. Like, if you know me in real life, I'm very overprotective of my kids. Like, say what you want about me, but baby, being a mother, you could never top a bitch with that. You could never. And I mean never. Like, all my kids got savings accounts. I got a savings account. Shit, my daughter got more money in her savings account than I do. And it's my money, but I give it to her. Okay? My kids never went a day hungry, never had to sit in the house with no lights, no water, no none of that. Mama's gonna always make it happen, and so does God. Okay, honey, period. But I just want y'all to engage and like literally tell me if I was wrong. You know, like from a real respective point. Like, don't do too much because I understand that there's somebody's mama, somebody's grandma, somebody's auntie. Like, I understand. You know what I'm saying? So and that's why I'm so mad. I'm really mad at myself. I'm not even mad at the situation. I'm mad at myself for even allowing myself to go there because I didn't have to. I could have just ignored it, but she also could have ignored me talking to myself, and she could have just did her job and went home. She could have complained about that in the car. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody else. But once I hit that threshold of my house, I don't want to talk about that shit. But I really want y'all to like analyze the entire video before you comment on this story saying, please. Because I don't want to get any more aggravated. I said I already feel bad. I feel bad as fuck. I do. But then, like, when other people, like, because when I was talking to the boss that I was playing with, you know, in the story, I told him, I'm listening to you. Like, always turn the other cheek. You know, think about yourself. No one else can get you riled up. Only you can. Da, da, da. But I didn't get riled up afterwards. I completely stopped talking. Like, after I said what I said, I completely stopped talking. Like, I'm not going to argue with somebody that don't want to argue. You know what I'm saying? But why would you insert yourself into something that had absolutely nothing to do with you? Like, I never said your name. I never, like, you may have perceived that I was talking about you, but for you to open up your mouth and say that there's always something wrong when I don't talk to you, it's crazy. Like, if you want to be a part of the Young and Turn crew, come on. Like, you want to go out with us on the 7th when we go to his, what is it, his concert he invited us to, baby, you could come drink. I don't own the club. You could come. Like, what's wrong? Like, you know, because, you know, if even if I started having conversations with her before, prior to this, I know the conversation gonna come up to, oh, how old are you? And girl, you still got milk behind your ears. Girl, I've been living on my own since I was 15. My credit score is probably better than yours. But see, I can't say that because people get offended when I say that. But you come for me first, and then when I respond, I'm always the problem. And, oh, you have to be the bigger person. Oh, Michaela, you know, you're better than that. Oh, God sees a light in you that nobody else does. I don't want to hear that no more. I'm tired of being the bigger guy, the bigger person. That's why I lost weight. Fuck, you know? Y'all just let me know in the comments what y'all think about the story time. I'll see y'all tomorrow.